Money. Money.
Why came up? I emailed you before.
I love that money. Money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really want to play. Money, 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 what I'm talking about. We don't really know what we talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Money, 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 that's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what we've been talking about. Now I want to be the one who always been talking about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Money, 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 that's what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay out of my way. Money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Pay when you go to spot, boy, I had to make the call. Staying down, so you pay me for it, you ain't going for. A lot of niggas be fake, you really can't play, so we didn't get it.
What's going on, people? CP3 live from the lab. Oh, damn, I'm so used to saying I'm not even at the lab. I'm live from At the Bar Radio after a great 34-30 win over the Atlanta Falcons. It was a very interesting game. Hold on, let me get this. I'm getting feedback. Hopefully this doesn't screw up my feed. Hate when I'm on location. Being live, you know how it is. But it's a hell of a game. It was more adventurous than it needed to be. The Washington football team still kind of inconsistent offensively and defensively, even though, you know, they were victorious. There was some miscommunication, some misplays, some bad scheming, some bad play calls. But all in all, it was a good game because they won. So I'm not going to be negative about this game because it's a win. They're 2-2. Which is better than 1-3, as I said in the pregame before. So it's just frustrating to see the difficulties they're having getting on track with the defense, especially. We saw some pressure, still haven't been getting home enough. They got 1 sack for 8 yards this game. Excuse me, gave up 1 sack, so that was a wash. But all in all, this team has to play better. Atlanta is a decent team rebuilding. Like we spoke about before, they beat the Giants last week. They have offense. Cordell Patterson, you know, killed us today. But the bonus, I started him in my fantasy football, so he got me like 30 points. So, you know. But, you know, he was coming out of the backfield, gave the linebacker some issues, you know, 3 touchdowns. But other than that, you know, their offense didn't really, you know, exploit the almost did it again. The Washington football team's defense. They've been averaging giving up almost 480 yards a game. I believe they only gave up 374. So 100 yards less, that's, hey, something you can hang your hat on. Third down conversions still looking bad offensively and defensively. Offensively, they were better this week, but defensively still a lot to be desired on third down. Play calling wise and execution wise. What's up, Greg? Said defense has good players, coaches. What is the problem? It's a combination. It's coaches and execution. You have to be in position. You have to stay disciplined and stay with and do your job. Stop trying to do more, trying to make things happen. Do your job, and then things will happen. So also with the scheme, lining up 6-7 yards off the defender when it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7, get a free release. All they got to do is turn around, catch the ball, first down. So I'm still wondering why they haven't changed that up, but we did see some man press this week, which is good. I would like to see more, but you got to crawl before you walk. Mark said that 3rd and 13 cost us 6 points. Yeah, like I said, it's a work in progress. Also, that bad call on 3rd down cost us 6 points. So that's just the way the game goes sometimes. You know, it's it's more than just people lining up on the field, you know, going out there playing. The strategy is game planning, setting up your plays, setting things up for the future, giving one look, doing something different. So it's a lot more that goes into it than just 11 guys going out there lining up on a football field. Special teams. Got to give a shout out to DeAndre Carter. That's probably might be my player of the game, even though Heineke had a hell of a game, statistically wise. Coming out at halftime, getting that kickoff return, which we hadn't had one in a while. I said Cam Sims, maybe 4 years ago. So I've always said, you know, getting that special team spark, that's, you know, that can help your team and give it a long way. You know, I would like to see the offense come out, get a long drive on their defense, and get to 6 points. But hey, 6 points is 6 points. Gave them the lead. You know, Atlanta came back. It was a good game going back and forth. You know, we would like to see Washington dominate a little bit more, but Matt Ryan's still a ex-MVP, still a quality quarterback, and he still has an arm. You saw him fitting the ball in some tight windows, and, you know, when he had to put something on it, he did. So no knock on Matt Ryan, but, you know, he's not the old Matt Ryan. They should have got more pressure, at least got him down more. They got pressure. They collapsed the pocket, but they just couldn't get him down. We'll talk about that crazy roughing the passer call when he dropped down to one knee after they were afraid to hit him because they're afraid of the roughing the passer call. And then they called roughing the passer, talking about helmet contact. And in my eyes, clearly wasn't any helmet contact. But after third down, they were about to get off the field. To me, that was one of the most craziest plays along with craziest calls I've seen in a long time. And that's saying a lot with some of the bad refereeing we have seen this season and previous seasons so far. Let's go ahead and get into the stats. I can go on all day breaking down this game. I'm going to have to go look at it again because I was, you know, grilling out, doing a lot of different things, so I didn't get to analyze like I like to. But I'm going to go check it out again. All in all, like I say, it was a win. Greg, as of right now, I haven't had a chance to check on the injuries. Normally they won't have anything official till Tuesday. I know Logan Thomas with a strained hamstring. Who else went out? It's only one key person I remember, Logan Thomas. Oh, Sheriff, he went out with a knee injury. They didn't say how serious it was. They just said knee injury, but he didn't come back for the rest of the game. So that might mean something. I'm not really tripping. He's on the franchise tag. He's probably not going to re-sign. So, man, it is what it is. $18 million, and he can't stay healthy. That's been my knock on him. Talking about he wants to be a $100 million lineman. But you got to be on the field to earn that money. And you're not enough. I think that's all the injuries I recall. Yeah, I don't think any other. If anybody else, let me know. I'll check, see if I see anything come across my feed. Let's get into the stats. Taylor Heineke, 23 for 33, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, 127.1 quarterback rating. Matt Ryan, 25 for 42 for 283, 4 touchdowns with a 111.5 quarterback rating. Antonio Gibson, 14 carries, 63 yards, 4.5 yard average with a touchdown. Cordell Patterson, 6 carries, 34 yards with a 5.7 yard average, no touchdowns, rushing, receiving. As I said, he had 3. Terry McLaurin had a hell of a day. Brian Mitchell on the pregame on Washington Sports actually said that Terry McLaurin will have 6 catches, 120-something yards, and 2 touchdowns. And he had 6 catches, 123 yards with a 20.5 yard average and 2 touchdowns. So got to give a shout out to B. Mitchell on that one. He called that one down to the T. Ridley for Atlanta had 7 catches, 80 yards, no touchdowns. As I mentioned, Logan Thomas went out early in the game with the hamstring, and hopefully he won't be out too long. Bates was in the game, but they didn't really, go to him in the passing game. I saw him out there, blocking. That's his strength. So hopefully Logan Thomas won't be out too long with a hamstring injury. Oh, he got you 32, Mark. Yeah, I picked him up. I didn't start him last week. Started Patterson this week, and yeah, he paid off because Allen Robinson for Chicago. I don't know why I started his ass because, yeah, I think he might have got me negative points last week. But let's get back to this game. Team stats. All in all, like I say, this is one of the better offensive games for the Washington football team. First downs, I got 26. 4th and down on 3rd down. This is great for this team. 1 for 2 on 4th downs, had 122 yards rushing, 290 yards passing for a total of 412. They had 6 penalties for 82 yards, which is something they still have to work on. They've been averaging 5 to 6 penalties every game this season. Time of possession, 29 minutes and 17 seconds. For Atlanta, they had 24 first downs. They were 10 for 16 on 3rd downs. Like I said, the defense has a lot of work to do on 3rd. They didn't attempt the 4th down conversion. They had 95 yards rushing, 275 yards passing for a total of 374. They had 6 penalties for 32 yards, and they held the ball for 30 minutes and 43 seconds. So, as I mentioned, Washington's lost every game in time of possession. This one is the least amount. Is only about 40 seconds difference in offense and defense. We saw some pressure. We saw some good things, but we haven't seen it consistently, and that's the thing for both sides of the ball. But the offense is putting up points. They put up 34 today. Well, special team put up 6 of those, so 28 today. You can't be mad at it. The defense has to do better. They're scoring like this. That defense, you better hold teams like they did last year, to 15, 16 points a game. Let's see. I appreciate it, Rob. Appreciate you sharing it. Yeah, Mark, that roughing the passer call on Chase was bull. He said, how about Brett Favre? You mean tell him, hey, now he not Brett Favre just quite yet, but, got to see what he can do. He said, if you think RD could get some stops, man, let's go next week against the Saints. Yeah, I mean, like I say, they got to improve. We saw some improvement in some areas. We didn't see some in some other areas. So, I mean, that's why you got to, next week, got another week of practice, get better, fix the mistakes, and keep improving. And hopefully we'll see the defense that we saw at the end of last season soon instead of seeing flashes of it. But it was definitely a better game as last week. And I guess you could say it was one of the better games of the season. I mean, the Giants game was a win, but they had a couple of blown long plays in the run game, didn't really give up too much in the passing game. Like I said, besides Cordell Patterson getting those 3 touchdowns on the linebackers coming out the backfield, him being the ex-wide receiver. A lot of folks don't know who he is, but he's a punt returner, kick returner, wide receiver that's converted running back / everything back, kind of like Antonio Gibson. And, yeah, he was Bostic went out also on injury. I forgot. I didn't see any update on him. And they had Bostic out there, but you saw the rookie Jamin Davis out there and getting some work. So that's all you can get from your rookies. That's why with St. Juice being out with the concussion protocol, I'd love to see him out there because Kendall Fuller made some plays late in the game where we needed, but early in the game he was getting cooked once again. I mean, I was saying he's better in the slot, but even when he was in the slot the last couple of weeks, when St. Juice was out there, he was still, giving up catches. So something has to give on his defense. They're going to have to, change the scheme, which I definitely think they do need to do with the secondary, because lining up 5-6 yards off when you have man press corners and running zone, it just doesn't make sense to me. Robbie said he is excited. He is progressing, getting some of the backs and the weapons to ball. If the D can play a bit better and blitz more, we can win some games. Next few weeks will be tough. Yeah, I'm hoping to see some more blitzing. I'm tired of seeing our guys sitting back. 4-man pressure is good. They did get the 1 sack with a 4-man rush, but it's not going to happen all the time. I mean, teams are, chipping with the running back, chipping with the tight end. We're not doing anything exotic. We haven't been doing stunts. We haven't been doing any twists. We haven't been doing anything to, confuse the offensive lineman. We just been straight rushing, which if you want them to get home, you got to give them the tools to win. So you need to call those things to confuse the guards and tackles when they switch up on the sack. They were actually doing a twist. and he rolled right into the sack. So I don't know if I'm seeing this stuff. I don't know why the hell Del Rio isn't seeing this stuff. He's got way more experience than I do. Said Czar gets the win for the first week. Yeah, like I said, you got to shout out Robbie. His wife had his second child, beautiful baby girl, Zara Elizabeth Gross, newest member of Team Sports OTHP. So yeah, she gets her first Washington football team winner, third day on the earth. So yeah, that's a good way to start out. I pretty much don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna go into today. I'll break it down more tomorrow night on Sports in the Hill podcast, coming to you live. Probably around 9 o'clock. We're covering Washington football team victory Monday, and we'll be covering the last week for the Nats. They're battling the Boston Red Sox. Last game of the regular season. Boston's fighting for the wild card spot. They're tied with the Yankees, and they beat the Nats last night. The Yankees lost, so they're in a virtual tie. So if Boston wins and Yankees lose, Boston make the playoffs. And I think they have the tiebreaker, I believe. So I'm not sure. I'm not an AL guy. And the NL, I'm not even worried about it because the Nats aren't playing, so I could really give a damn. Check out At the Bar Radio, coming to you live, 6 o'clock, streaming live again, bringing you the current events, politics, sports, entertainment news, independent music, the best independent music videos around. Come check out Renegade next Saturday, October 9th. Opening up for Tory Lanez out in Martinsburg, West Virginia. I'll be in the building, looking for a future baby mama. Trying to have some fun, getting a little loose, having some fun. But let me get out of it before I turn into At the Bar Radio on the post game. I forgot being at the studio. I just started transforming into At the Bar already. See, I got my co-host in the studio and it threw me off. I'm thinking I'm on At the Bar instead of being on post game. So y'all delete that last part I was talking about. Don't worry about that. But make sure you check out sportsothp.com. All the latest content, all our shows, all our podcasting partners, Sports OTHP apparel line. Go help support the movement. Got hats, hoodies, sweatshirts. Fall time coming. You're going to need some more hoodies and some more sweats. So make sure you check out the website, help support the movement, and rock our apparel and represent best DC sports coverage around. So I'm going to be out. Make sure y'all check us out tomorrow. Not sure who the co-host is going to be tomorrow along with me, but I'll figure it out. By tomorrow, have a good post out. Probably going to put together the post-game video. Actually have some highlights this week. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Share the YouTube channel because certain social media platforms are suppressing my views. So make sure you share the YouTube feed. As always, appreciate the support. Appreciate y'all checking us out, tuning in. And as always, DC Sports about the politics. It's not just a catchphrase. It's not just a motto. It's what we do.
You really want play? Money, what I'm talking about. We don't really know what we talking about. You don't really want play. You don't know what to say. Money, that's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you've always been talking about. Now I wanna be the one who always been talking about. And you don't really want play. You don't know what to say. Money, that's what I'm talking about. Money, make you shut him off. Never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say. Stay out of my way. Money, make you shut him off. Playing with these goonies, boy, I had to make a call. Staying down so you tell me, boy, you ain't going to ball. A lot of niggas be fake. You really can't play. We didn't get it.